I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam.
Friends, Washington State is just an incredibly beautiful state. It looks like it's straight out of a picture or a poster. All these fir trees, all the colorful trees, the lakes, even the driftwood and stumps seem perfectly placed where they are now. It's just incredibly stunning here. This is the far northwest of America, not counting Alaska. It's on the border with Canada, and although it might look remote, it's one of the wealthiest states in the US, and its capital, Seattle, is a high-tech metropolis of billionaires. Some of the richest Americans, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Steve Ballmer, and many others live here. The average household income in Seattle is almost 1.5 times higher than the US average. American truckers usually get the most profitable loads here.
We need to move the tandems, close the doors, go into the office to get the documents, and then stopped away and make sure that we're not overloaded. That is a big issue. When you're a trucker, the truck's maximum weight must be 80,000 pounds distributed across the axles. The chassis. What's the word for that in Russian? Yeah. On the trailer, 34,000. Rear wheels of the truck, 34,000 pounds. Front wheels of the truck, 12,000 pounds.
Overloaded trucks get caught on the road, and in addition to a fine, they have to wait in a parking lot until the cargo is unloaded.
We're hauling apples and heading to West Palm Beach, where President Trump's residence is, if anyone's heard of that city who are watching this right now.
So we're delivering apples to Trump.
Delivering apples to Trump. We're making $8,000, and unloading is on Saturday.
3,000 miles, $8,000.
Yeah, $8,000.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah.
While we're driving, other drivers keep Oleg updated on the hurricane.
I'll check now, but it can't be a Category 5. It was only Category 1 this morning. Yeah, exactly, Category 5.
Whoa, no way.
I know what a 5 is, I know that. Category 5 is super serious, maximum category. Very scary because it's heading straight at us. How did it reach 5? This morning it was only 1, so that's crazy, right? Hello.
Guys, looks like we have a problem. Florida might flood.
Yeah, okay, talk to me.
Oleg calls fellow truckers who are also heading to Florida. One of them is almost there already.
The hurricane will hit from Tuesday to Wednesday. It'll cover Tampa, St. Petersburg, Orlando, Jacksonville, and move north. Basically, book a hotel, forget the truck, at least you'll be inside a building. Don't skimp, book a hotel.
The problem is, during a hurricane, tens of thousands of Floridians evacuate to safer cities. Hotels are full. Rooms are hard to get. And those available can cost hundreds of dollars. Even a couple of days eats up all the earnings from the delivery.
You absolutely cannot stay in the truck. Under no circumstances. Don't play the hero. Don't try to escape. You won't outrun it. It will flip the truck in 2 seconds. Even a full load it'll flip. That's 156 miles per hour for perspective. The hurricane will flip 80 tons without any warning or any notice. You'll go flying with it because trucks flip at 60 to 70 miles an hour. This is 156 miles an hour. There will be a big disaster. I'm afraid that they won't unload us. The buildings may not even exist by the end. It's been a long time since they've had a head-on hit like this. This will be very serious, really serious, yeah.
For Oleg, Greater Miami, where he lives, is like a second hometown to him.
My trainee, he's calling me right now. Hey, look at that serious fire over there. Yeah, he's been in America for 6 months now. But driving a truck only maybe a month or two. And now he's gotten caught in this whole thing. I didn't even know that it reached Category 5, but I just talked to him this morning when it got to Category 1, and not just gonna pass by lightly. It's reached Category 5. Florida. And it's coming. The hurricane is slightly bigger than Florida. There's all kinds of things to worry about. I mean, look at that fire. My God. What a serious fire.
Fire here, hurricane there.
I want to go home right now, right? Friends, it may happen that when we arrive, the people we're delivering our apples to won't need them anymore. Maybe the building won't even exist, and we can go back to wherever we want to go after.
Wait, seriously, what's our plan B? If we go and the day after tomorrow we find out that it'll be clear that the hurricane has hit or passed,
And
or
everything's destroyed?
that it's all bad. What do we do then?
They might close Florida completely, and we won't be able to enter if the destruction is catastrophic. Trees, palms, poles, and wires will all be on the roads, and they'll have to close the state. The broker will say what to do with the cargo. In the worst case, we'll deliver the apples to the affected people as volunteers. At least we could do that. Naturally, we'll help people if needed. That's what's important in times of disaster.
Well, we arrived at a truck stop, a place where truckers can stop and sleep. That's what we're going to do. We're going to shower, wash clothes, and eat. This truck stop isn't the largest in the US, but it's huge. There are dozens of massive trucks here. It'll be very interesting to be here for a certain period of time. At night, the engines stay running for heating, AC, electricity, etc. So there's this constant hum, and it goes like zzzz. The air literally vibrates. In the morning, after getting myself ready, I wanted to talk to other drivers. Asal became a long-haul trucker about 5 years ago. Look how small she looks next to her gigantic truck.
On the Kenworth, I couldn't even reach the pedals. It was very difficult for me.
And she tries to open the hood like this.
There were times during COVID when everyone lost their jobs. At that time, I was working in a good hotel in Los Angeles. I had a good salary, a great team, and career growth, but unfortunately, everything closed and we were left without work. That's when I started learning that guys driving trucks were making really good money. And I had had enough, and I wanted a piece of that pie.
Asal also decided to become a trucker and simultaneously started vlogging about her life on the road. In the first couple of years, her earnings were huge.
Mommy's little trucker. I had the highest gross, but I was an owner-operator at that time. I earned about $12,000 a week, and that was a good salary.
But over the last 3 years, freight rates in the US have collapsed.
For comparison, if before a driver thought twice about going for $3 per mile, later drivers started taking loads even for $1.50. So freight rates dropped in half, sometimes by 1.5 or 2.5 times. And of course, earnings dropped, so you had to work more. Today, I think the average weekly gross is around $7,000 to $8,000, which is a devastatingly huge drop in income from $12,000 a week. It's just something I had to get used to.
An expensive load doesn't necessarily mean something large.
I always remember a load from Amazon. They paid me incredible money, really good money. I quickly took the order, arrived happily, hooked it up, and started driving. And I saw that the entire trailer was empty. At the very front was just a small box that could have been anything. I don't know, maybe a cup, some skincare product. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe they even forgot to put it in. So that was probably the most interesting trip I've ever taken in the truck.
When you carry a load, you don't really know what's inside, right?
You can read it in the bill of lading. Yeah, everything's written there. Sometimes it's encrypted, sometimes you just ask. Basically, it doesn't matter what's inside, you know?
What if it's drugs?
So what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do it like in the movies, cutting a little piece with a knife and trying it with your finger.
Have you ever had a load with drugs?
I'm not 100% sure. There was one suspicious load. A lot of strange things happened. From New Orleans to Houston, that's 500 miles. Normally they pay $1,200 to $1,500 for those 500 miles. It's a short distance, so I didn't think anything of it at the time. Well, I arrived at 8 p.m. at the Emirates terminal. I asked the dispatcher, "What are we hauling?" He said, "Just something light, 3 or 4 pallets. Mangoes." I said, "Mangoes? From Dubai? That's weird." Some guys with tattoos arrived. They said, "Stay in the truck. We'll unload everything. Go." Needless to say, I didn't ask any further questions, and I just did what I was told. That's how it goes sometimes. They unloaded it quickly in about 15-20 minutes. I thought, great, and I left. I got on the I-10. I thought, maybe I should stop, take a bathroom break, and get some tea, and take a rest. So I stopped at a truck stop, and maybe 20 seconds later, the broker called and he asked me, "Why did you stop?" And at first I didn't think much of the question. I wasn't sure what he was asking. I said, "I stopped for coffee." And he said, "No, you must keep driving. Don't stop. There's a car behind you." I said, "What car is behind me? I don't understand." He said, "Get in and go." I drove on. Then the broker called again. He said, "We're changing the delivery address. Here's the new address. Go there." It was very mysterious and a strange delivery experience, to say the least, Normally, the price would be about $1,500 for those 500 miles, but they were paying $3,500 to $4,000 for that particular haul, and that's a lot.
3 times more than usual.
Yeah, unreal. Naturally, we took the order, we delivered it. Then it got even more interesting. At 3 to 4 a.m., I arrived. It was dark. About 12 trucks with headlights on were there, and some muscular guys walking around. And the broker was there himself. He said, "Hey, I'm the broker you talked to. Thank you for your delivery. Stay in the truck. We're gonna unload. You did great. Thank you for your time and professionalism." And then I didn't ask any questions.
But still, you don't know what was in the load.
No idea. But it was obviously something unusual, because mangoes alone wouldn't cause that much fuss. 3 pallets of mangoes, but I guess we'll never know.
I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Legends don't die anyways.
Many are still surprised when they see me because I'm such a tiny woman. I'm 160 centimeters tall, a bit over 40 kilograms. Everyone is shocked, I would say. And I can say, yes, it's really tough. It's not an easy job, not an easy job for women. At first, when I started my social media, when my videos started getting viral, I always said I wouldn't recommend girls go into this profession because it's tough physically and mentally. But as you can see, I managed. I think women can do anything. I'm proud of myself, for sure. If you think you want to get involved in this profession, I say go for it. I hope I've been able to help young women with my videos as well. I mean, that's the goal. When people ask me what's the hardest part of this job, I say staying in shape and not gaining weight. Welcome to my home and workplace.
In her truck, Asol regularly cleans, and it's nice and tidy. But there are other examples.
This truck belongs to our company. When some drivers finish their time, unfortunately, they leave it like this. Even the doors, the seats, everything is very dirty. I don't know what they did on the floor because the floor shouldn't get that dirty just from walking with shoes. And this little table. It's not my truck, like I said, but the guys left it so dirty. There can be 2 people in the truck, the driver and 1 passenger. If there are 3 or more, the police can stop you and fine you, and who wants that? One of the hardest things for me in this job are the living conditions. As a girl used to sports and self-care in the truck, unfortunately, you can't really do that. We eat, bathe, wash clothes at special truck stops. There are many on the road and they are cleaned every 40 minutes or so. So all amenities are available. Compared to other countries, it's high level and the accommodations are pretty great. So at least we can keep clean. But not all of us choose to maintain our cleanliness, but that's just how it goes, I guess. Still, you have to stop. Carry your things. Sometimes there are queues, and you wait. It's not a home, not even a hotel. It's just a shower where everyone is traveling. It's a place where truckers can wash and get a meal and just relax for a little bit. Even though chores are involved and there's food, of course, like I mentioned, but there can be issues with the food choices.
Food is really an issue for truckers. Often the only options are fast food restaurants at these stops. This is a pretty big truck stop. Let me show you what's sold here. Like any gas station, there are lots of snacks, chips, anything to grab. They also sell light alcoholic drinks and just beverages, tons of energy drinks which truckers consume. But guys, it's unhealthy, so don't overdo it. If you drink, do it very rarely, only when necessary, and when you're not driving anymore for the day or night. I really hope that goes without saying though.
What do you think about truckers taking drugs to stay awake?
I don't take that stuff, not my thing. I drink energy drinks.
Tons of small energy drinks, all kinds. See all the kinds here? There are a lot. Bars, 2 for $6. 2 for $6, again 2 for $6, again 2 for $6, again 2 for $6. Basically all the same price. 2 packs for $6. That seems to be the common price. Some fruits too. 2 for $2.50. I'm surprised I'm actually seeing fruit on the road. There are different salads for $6.50. Let's take a look at them. There's even a burrito for $7.30. The usually delicious chef salad. Pineapple, $6.50 per pack. Apples, $6.50 per pack. Fruits are valued here. And you can see there are different types of coffee. Some are made from powder. And these here are from real beans. Look, this is to prove truckers can be women too. There's an entire pink stand here. There's a wallet where your license can go in the front like that. All just decorative things for women. Of course, some things are just for looks. Look at this pink adapter. It's so cute. Besides fast food at truck stops, there are also buffets where truckers often eat. It's the cheapest way to eat before a long trip. And they can also be quite filling. Friends, were at a Chinese buffet, which are very popular in the US. I know that they are found in almost every major city. Here you pay $26 for unlimited food. So let's see what's available. Dumplings, shrimp. This, I guess, is pork. Vegetables, whole fish. Small crayfish like these. And here's duck. There are different types of fried foods here. I think these are frog legs. You can pick either meat or shrimp, any sides, and they'll fry it for you. Buffets like this are called all you can eat in America. Eat whatever you want, as much as you want. Look at this, ribs. They're so juicy and appetizing.
Do you like lunch in the United States?
Yes, everything is very hearty.
This is a farmer's
It
lunch.
sure is. Here are all kinds of rolls, and they make them right in front of you. Rolls, sushi, we'll definitely try them. Here's where the pickled seafood is, also tasty. There is some shrimp. All the food is fresh and prepared right before your eyes. I'm already starting to salivate. I'm so hungry.
They're everywhere, even in small towns, these buffets. Americans love them insanely. But the coolest buffet is probably in Las Vegas at the Bellagio or Caesar's Palace. If you go there, I recommend it. Entry's $100, but there are 4 or 5 huge dining areas. There's an incredible amount of food. I think it's delicious, so... Anyway, shall we eat?
The fish is really fresh. But here, if you're done, do you have to pay for it?
They'll put you on the slab, man.
But usually at buffets like this, you have to finish everything. Nobody watches?
No, nobody watches. You can sit here really all day until morning, just nibbling anything you want.
And do they monitor if you eat too much and leave?
No, it doesn't matter. You can sit all day from opening to closing. All for one price. No one keeps track of anything or how much you eat. You can sit and eat or leave. You can pull up a chair by the serving area and just say, "Hey, serve me." Open your mouth and wait for the food to get shoved in.
Let's move on. Time for meat.
Greedy.
The meat is great. Ribs. This is really good rib. How do you like your ribs? Do you like anything from American cuisine?
No, I don't.
Nothing?
Well, steaks and ribs. That's all. In the first years, I couldn't just find a piece of fish that wasn't fried. It always had to be in something that was stupidly breaded. And it's really hard to just find a piece of fish like halibut or sea bass or any simple fish like that, you know? Impossible. Everything's just fried in breadcrumbs here.
Everyone, let's try mussels. But I have to say, I'm generally against baking seafood with mayonnaise and cheese like this.
Horrible.
But it's just a piece of fat.
Also, you know how they do oysters. It's a complete disaster, I'm telling you.
Honestly, I'm even afraid to try. No. What a greasy, nasty substance. No, I'm sorry, I can't eat this. All this variety and the unlimited portions, of course, encourage unhealthy eating habits, which, combined with the sedentary work of truckers, takes a serious toll on health. I gained a couple kilos, maybe more, in just 2 weeks on the road. It also made me sleepier than normal.
Do I miss home while in the truck? I try to drive 3 weeks, then rest a week, but I can say the third week is the hardest. You want to go home, rest, go out, see people, because you're always on the road, always seeing the same scenery even though landscapes change. America is very beautiful. I've seen very beautiful places, but still, I'm alone in the truck, and it gives you a lot of time to think. I do miss people and things often, I would say, when I'm alone in my truck. Like I said, though, the scenery can be nice when I'm feeling lonely. I've had situations where I encountered male abuse. I don't even know what to call it, but I think each situation happened because I'm such a fragile-looking woman. You could see it frustrated and annoyed the drivers. They spoke to me very rudely, showed the middle finger, and shouted at me many times. Sometimes they even threw things at me through their window. Basically very disrespectful behavior. I was surprised, but also not, I guess you could say, when I endured such behavior from men out there.
We encountered quite a few unstable drivers on the road. Trucking seems very relaxed from the outside. You just sit and drive, right? Wrong. But in reality, it's full of stress many can't handle, and boy, did we see some of that behavior while on the road. Now I'm trying to talk to another trucker. How long have you been trucking?
4 years, bro.
And do you like it?
Yeah, sometimes I like it, sometimes stuff like this happens. Look.
A bearded man jumped out of the truck barefoot and started yelling at Oleg, clearly trying to provoke a fight. Why is he so angry?
I don't give a damn.
Seems like he has some nerve issues. Hey, just try to calm down.
I don't give a damn about you. Are you a driver?
Whoa!
You want me
Better
to punch
watch
you
yourself,
in your face,
man.
dude? I'm gonna kick your ass. That's right, I'm gonna kick your ass. And he can film it. Come on, let's go, right here. Come on, man.
Oleg tried not to take the bait, but the bearded man clearly snapped from the long drive. This happens often at truck stops.
Yeah, that happens when you're driving across America. Bye, guys. Take care.
We decided to leave as quickly as possible, and he ran out barefoot. That was wild. Yeah.
Insanity.
And he was swearing like crazy.
I'm gonna kick your ass right now. Come on, idiot, come on.
Hey, do driver conflicts happen often?
It depends.
Does it ever turn into a fight? Or do they just yell a bit and go their separate ways?
No. Really serious stuff? I'm sorry I didn't give you too much content for your viewers here.
I had a case like that. I was driving in the far left lane, and between me and the oncoming lanes, there was a concrete barrier. On my side, there were 3 lanes, and in the lane next to me, a bit further away, there was a car. It was night, 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday to Sunday. There were also no cars at all. I needed to take the left exit. I was in the left lane, going 60 to 65 miles per hour. I had already started slowing down because I knew I was about to exit, and out of nowhere, a car came at me from the oncoming lane. In America, that's very hard to do. Anyone who's been here knows that driving into oncoming traffic on a highway is basically impossible, unless the driver is under the influence or something. Anyway, it was very terrifying, and I thought I was going to be seriously injured, or even die from the experience. I don't know what state you have to be in or how confused you have to be to drive into oncoming traffic. I'm a huge truck, he could see me perfectly, but he was coming straight at me. I realized I couldn't go left because of the concrete barrier, couldn't go right because of the car. I just stepped on the brakes, I was waiting for the collision. But believe me, it was such a terrifying experience, I don't even like to think about it now. It was like he was driving at me on purpose, too. This was in New Jersey, near New York. By the way, anyone who lives here, especially truck drivers, always try to avoid these states. New Jersey, New York, that whole area. Because first, traffic is huge. There are crazy drivers. The infrastructure is complicated. Low bridges, confusing markings. Anyone who drives trucks avoids this area. Yeah, there are so many things I could say about driving as a trucker in the area. Really, even if you go there, they offer you a good price because they know few drivers agree to do it. Because of the potential safety issues I've already mentioned to you. I just kept pushing the brakes, and at the very last moment, right in front of me, he swerved. I couldn't go right, and I couldn't go left because of the concrete. And right in front of me, his car collided head-on with the other car. I don't think anyone survived. It was a total mess. It was such a mess, and I still, see the aftermath when things are quiet and I think about it again. I didn't stop. I kept driving. I was in shock. I had no idea where I was or what was happening. I made it to my location, dropped the trailer, and only then realized what had happened. I started crying, called my mom, and told her what had happened. I didn't want to drive anymore, and I was traumatized from that experience for sure. I recovered from the shock very slowly. And I still feel shaken. Of course, later, when the shock fades, you think, why didn't I stop? Why didn't I call the police? But when every second counts, your brain just shuts off. I don't even remember how I arrived, dropped the trailer, or how I did anything. I think I was on autopilot or something from that tragic shock. It was so scary and horrendous, truly. I wouldn't wish anything like that on anyone, I'm serious. So, I know many people when they hear this will say, you didn't do this, didn't do that. You should have stopped, helped, called the police, but it happened the way it happened. I'm telling it like it was. You never know how you'll react in an emergency, in life and death moments. I really saw my life flash before my eyes when he came at me. We drivers risk our lives every day on the road. And I think a lot of people either don't realize that or just forget. But yeah, we risk our lives every day and it's scary, but I guess I love it because I keep doing it. So yeah, that's my story. So thanks for listening. Yeah, so that was my experience.
What are our plans today?
Let's see. Today we plan to reach Utah, and get you some beautiful shots.
It took us almost a whole day to reach Utah. This is the real American backcountry. Sometimes there's no cell signal.
The greenery is slowly disappearing. Eventually there will be none. Mountains will be bare. A Martian landscape. You might not believe me, but yeah, a truly Martian landscape someday. This is the start of Utah. We're just arriving and already your eyes don't know where to look first. Later it just even gets bigger and bigger, more epic. Incredible how nature paints its own picture. No artist could do this like Mother Nature. It's quite magnificent, isn't it? I find it so beautiful.
We arrived in Moab, a small city, but a major tourist hub in Western America, in beautiful Utah. Moab is the city of off-road vehicles, especially big ones. Americans love 4x4s, but here there are twice as many, and they're twice as big as average. People come to Moab mostly for sunsets and sunrises. Unfortunately, we arrived late. We caught the sunset at the very end. Now we plan to sleep because after such a long drive, even my tongue is tired because I really need rest to wake up early for the stunning sunrise in Moab. I can't wait to wake up and get some incredible shots. I've been told I would get some amazing ones for sure. Before going to bed, Oleg and I want to grab something to eat. The problem is we can't take the truck to a restaurant. The place we want to go is about 2 kilometers away. Driving a truck there would be weird, and there's no taxi in Moab. The hotel gave me a shuttle booking site, but it doesn't work. I try to click a charter service, but nothing works. I don't know how to get there. It has to fill a form, so I need to put my full name, phone number, etc. I don't know, it's all so complicated just to get a meal. Send a request, send a taxi request, and they'll call me back. Not sure if today, or maybe this week, this month. That's how taxis work in Moab, and I'm cranky. I don't know what to do, Oleg. Let's go to the nearest place. See that yellow M? Maybe the food will be good. That's an American restaurant imitating the Russian Vushno i Tochka. And they even got the same kind of burgers, can you imagine? Only they called them something complicated in their own way. Something like quarter pounder or whatever, I don't even know. They've got French fries, artificial toppings, all the drinks copied. Can you imagine? There's a chain like that here in America. I wonder if they're popular. I know it is in Russia, but we haven't been too impressed with the food, so who knows if it will be any good. Oh well, it's late, we're hungry, and we'll eat anything. The guy at the restaurant said you can't order any food right now without a car. So guys, good morning. We're here to get a car, or rather a U-Drive. It's a buggy we're taking to explore the local sites. The day promises to be hot outside, that's for sure. Let's see if I can buy some protection. Here's our guide for today, Sean Paul. Sean, we ready?
Yeah, let's go. We'll head to a pass where there's a viewpoint. Hi, how's it going? I'm Sean Paul. Oleg, nice to meet you.
Will it be beautiful there?
No.
No? Not at all? Just a boring, sad tour?
Boring, yes. Seatbelts, please.
Actually, riding in this thing is really fun. I think my voice got hoarse from all the yelling while we've been out here.
Some extra money was paid for this ride.
You were great.
Great is not the word.
Yeah.
Incredible. You're the best driver I've seen in 9 years. You didn't fall behind even a step.
People come to Moab to ride through mountains, explore rock climbing, and admire the strange shapes nature carves from stone. And just look at these sights. See that whale-shaped mountain? Look at these rock shapes. Nature carved the stone perfectly straight. Tell me, do you like living here?
Oh, this place. Look at my office. Here's my desk. Only missing a secretary. Look, a hawk is flying.
Uh-huh.
Dream job.
Have you ever thought about moving to a big city? Like New York, for example?
Yeah, I've lived in big cities. Not
Was
fun.
it meh?
Not fun. Complete nonsense. It's way better here. More space to breathe. More climbs, more discoveries. Even on weekends, we do the same thing. I came here 10 years ago and I have already explored all around Moab. There are a lot of ancient Native American rock carvings here. I have more than 15,000 photos of the rock art. Yeah, different ancient images on rocks.
The rocks in this area are truly covered in ancient drawings.
That figure in the middle looks like a dancing grandma.
Wow. How old are these drawings?
Maybe about 3,000 years.
Wow. And you can get really close to these drawings. There are no barriers. Look, this little person here seems like some kind of animal. There's another animal there. Native American rock art. It's amazing. And here's more rock art. You can also make out some animals. I don't know, maybe that's a big bird. What do you think? But there's one downside. Because you can approach these drawings so closely, some people decide to add their own marks, which is unfortunate.
Here is an ancient Native American ladder.
And the water here is excellent. Guys, we drove and drove and finally arrived at the most amazing spot in the desert. What would you expect to see in the desert? Something completely unexpected? I'm wondering if any of you would take a guess what we found. It's a toilet, guys. Really, there's a toilet here, so people don't mess up the desert. That's how it is.
You know, this guy won't be able to film me, sorry. I know, but you can't stop him. I'm under witness protection. This son of a gun is Curtis.
I'll blur your face and change your voice then.
He's one of the best guides in all of Moab. Glad to see you. I'm glad too, have fun.
How long have you lived here?
80 years, but I've been leading tours for 51 years.
51 years. Wow.
I'm old, so I forget how to get out of here sometimes.
What do you like about living here? What do you enjoy most?
Look at this. I could stay here forever.
Have you ever thought about moving to a big city like New York?
Too many people. Look, I don't need to deal with all those people here. Let them stay in New York. We have our own skyscrapers here. They just don't have windows. Have fun.
Thanks. See you. In these small, one-story towns of Middle America, you often meet people like Sean Paul or Curtis. Leave your comments. I'll happily reply. And don't forget to subscribe because our journey continues.